Hey everybody, this is Ryan O'Hara, live from Embry-Riddle, bringing you a NASCAR update. Before we do that, check out that link across the screen there. That is my sponsor, www.simplyrugged.com. Handmade gun holsters made by Robin Jan Leahy in the United States of America. Great product, great service, great people. Check them out, www.simplyrugged.com. Also, I want to wish our viewers who celebrate Thanksgiving, hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I certainly did. Now it's time to get back to work. First up, we start with the 2013 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series yearbook, which is now available for pre-ordering at round5books.com. The book that which ships in early December 2013 is the same book presented to championship-winning drivers, team owners, and race team members for over 25 years. Next, NASCAR has a plan to build an international presence. Countries like Singapore, Malaysia, and Russia have come forward to NASCAR with deals to possibly bring the series to their country. NASCAR Senior Vice President Steve O'Donnell said that the sanctioning body turned down opportunities to bring one of its national series to those three countries, saying, quote, "We get approached every day. We've had 20 groups approach us from China, but most of them are one-offs. We keep pushing back and saying we're going to do this, but in a smart way. If you can show us how we build stock car racing, that's something we want to pursue." As NASCAR expands its international media rights with new Fox and NBC deals beginning in 2015, at the moment, our races are seen in more than 150 countries in 23 different languages. O'Donnell said Brazil, Japan, and Russia are viewed as most enticing for building new series. The hope is that foreign drivers will begin gravitating toward aiming at the Sprint Cup Series instead of open-wheel Formula One. Odds to win the 2014 Sprint Cup Series Championship, Jimmy Johnson, Matt Kenseth, Brad Keselowski. Next, JTG Doherty Racing forms a technical alliance with Richard Childress Racing, so we'll have a technical alliance between drivers from RCR, including Ryan Newman, Austin Dillon, and Paul Menard. Then you added Furniture Row Racing's Martin Truex Jr., who replaces Kurt Busch, who's going to Stewart Haas Racing, and then you add in AJ Allmendinger, who will be driving the 47 car, replacing Bobby Labonte. Next, NASCAR adopts new race sponsorship guidelines. This comes because you had the federal government gave NASCAR money at the beginning of the year. Liberal administration gave them taxpayer money, and the NRA is, of course, a very conservative group. Texas Motor Speedway, Texas is a conservative state. Liberals got upset. Everything went to hell. I mean, the TV networks weren't even allowed to actually mention the sponsor. So now NASCAR is making it mandatory that tracks go to NASCAR for approval of sponsorships, which is just political bullcrap. But that's what happens. Next, NASCAR is pleased with its consistency of TV ratings. NASCAR averaged 5.8 million viewers per race this season on Fox, TNT, ABC, and ESPN. This marks the third time in the last 4 years NASCAR has drawn right around that number, a consistent performance that stands in contrast to the 5 seasons of declining numbers NASCAR posted between 2005 and 2010. Coverage on Fox, TNT, and ESPN averaged a 3.6 Nielsen rating and 5.8 million viewers for 35 out of 36 Sprint Cup Series races. One race wasn't counted, the Sprint Cup race. The Chase race, the first race of the Chase at Chicagoland Speedway, had a 5-hour rain delay. So the problem that NASCAR is going to face in the future is trying to keep audience erosion down, because as you know, in 2015, new media deals with Fox and NBC. In 2015, a total of 16 Sprint Cup races will air on either Fox or NBC, which is the same number that aired this season across Fox and ABC. But NASCAR could see that audience erosion for the races that are going to cable. 7 races will air on Fox Sports 1, which is in 9 million fewer homes than ESPN. And then 13 races, I believe, will air on NBC Sports Network, which is in 20 million fewer homes than ESPN. So that's going to be a big issue. But I think NASCAR has plenty of time to make something happen. Next, Juan Pablo Montoya may not be done with NASCAR just yet. Team Penske President Tim Cindric said it's possible for Montoya to go back into NASCAR and run some races. However, it has to be at a point where it doesn't conflict with his IndyCar schedule. So they'd be okay with that. So we could see Juan Pablo Montoya run a third Penske car at some point during the season, and I think that'd be pretty cool. Montoya is returning to American open-wheel racing for the first time since 2001, and Tim Cindric made this announcement during break during IndyCar testing at Sebring. Also, Tony Stewart Live will air December 3rd on SiriusXM. 3-time NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion Tony Stewart will host a special edition of his show Tony Stewart Live on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio on December 3rd from 7 to 9 Eastern. At the start of NASCAR Champions Week, Stewart and co-host Matt Yoakum will broadcast live from Charlotte, North Carolina, while they review the year that was in NASCAR. Excuse me. Stewart will share his thoughts on the most memorable moments of the year and on the track and off. Talk live with 2013 and now 6-time NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion Jimmy Johnson and discuss Stewart Haas Racing's prospects for 2014 and his recovery from the accident that sidelined him earlier this year. Fans can call into the show to talk live with Stewart and Yoakum at 1-800-PIT-LANE or share their thoughts on the season by tweeting at SiriusXMNASCAR and using hashtag TSL. Tyler Walker will enter a plea. The lawyer for former NASCAR racer Timothy Tyler Andrew Walker said his client will be entering a plea by mail in relation to a high-speed chase that ended on the interstate near St. George, Utah in January this year. Meanwhile, a one-day trial has been scheduled for Walker's co-defendant, Rael McDonald Walker, age 34, and McDonald, 31. Both of Hermosa Beach, California, were involved in a high-speed pursuit on January 11th that crossed from Nevada through Arizona and into Utah. They were only ultimately stopped by on Interstate 15 at milepost 6 by the Utah and Arizona Highway Patrols. Walker and McDonald face a series of Class B and Class C misdemeanors related to drug possession and alcohol. They also face 2 drug-related third-degree felonies each. In addition to these charges, Walker also faced a Class B misdemeanor for driving under the influence and a third-degree felony for fleeing from police. Walker and McDonald both pleaded not guilty to the charges on July 16th. Douglas Terry, the attorney for Walker and McDonald, told Judge Eric Ludlow that Walker would be entering a plea by mail. Ludlow scheduled a hearing for the plea on January 7th, 2014. Josh Wise is leaving Front Row Motorsports. Front Row Motorsports said the following on their Facebook quote, because a lot of you have been asking about the status of the number 35 car and Josh Wise. We wanted to give you an update. Josh has accepted an offer to drive for another team in 2014, and we absolutely wish him the best in that new role. He's been a good team member, and we've appreciated his contributions over the past 2 seasons. We do plan to continue running the number 35 car in 2014, although the program for that car is still in development. It is our expectation to use more than one driver in that role, and we are currently looking at driver candidates and potential partners to help fund and finalize that program. Josh Wise said on his Twitter Tuesday morning, quote, "Super thankful for Front Row NASCAR and my 2 years there. Well, it's time to make a change, and I'm really excited about 2014. I'll keep you all posted on my 2014 plans in the coming days." Now we have new news. Awards show and musical acts announced for the 2013 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Awards Banquet. John Mellencamp, Dierks Bentley, and Sarah Bareilles, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, they will be there. NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Awards will take place Friday, December 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern. The event will crown 6-time NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion Jimmy Johnson and honor the remaining 10 drivers in the final chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup standings. The event will air on Fox Sports 2 and NASCAR.com beginning at 9 Eastern, with Motor Racing Network and SiriusXM NASCAR Radio also providing coverage starting at 8 Eastern. Jay Moore will be there. He's transcended the comic word for a fixture on Saturday Night Live, landing roles in popular films such as Jerry Maguire, Pay It Forward, and Hereafter. Will host this year's event. What else? We're looking... John Mellencamp will get the event started. NASCAR fans will be treated to a special performance by John Mellencamp. With 22 top 40 hits to his credit, Mellencamp has been nominated for 13 Grammy Awards and has been the recipient of numerous accolades, including Billboard's Century Award, the Woody Guthrie Award, the John Steinbeck Award, induction to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and the American Music Association's Lifetime Achievement Award over the course of his storied career. Then we have Dierks Bentley coming in there. That's it, really. So it's a lot of music. A lot of musicians going to be there tonight, and a comedian, that being Jay Moore. And next, Eckrich, sponsor of the number 43 Ford of Eric Almirola, was awarded top honors for its Operation Inspiration campaign at this year's ProMax BDA Sports Media Marketing Awards contest. The campaign won gold in the Just Cause category, which recognizes Best Community Outreach Initiative. Eckrich, part of the John Morrow Food Group, a subsidiary of Smithfield Foods, launched its 2013 Operation Inspiration, a campaign designed to honor, thank, and support the military families who inspire us. So congratulations to Eckrich. Next, NASCAR's Twist captures top honors for advertising in sports, building on the success of a new creative vision and brand campaign launched in February. NASCAR edged out all other major sports leagues and governing bodies, taking home the Titanium Award for Best Spot at the ProMax BDA Sports Media Marketing Awards in New York. NASCAR Vice President of Marketing Kim Brink accepted the award for Twist, a 1-minute television spot portraying the emotion, drama, and duality within a sport that changes unexpectedly at a moment's notice on behalf of NASCAR. The 4th annual ProMax BDA Sports Media Marketing Awards contest honored the best strategic and creative marketing from the global community. Next, of course, we got word a little during the Thanksgiving break that Kevin Harvick's home caught on fire. That was on Wednesday morning, so the day before Thanksgiving. Both Kevin and his wife, Delana, tweeted photos of the fire department at their house, saying they were thankful for the response and that they were okay. The fire alarm that went off woke up the Harvicks. His wife tweeted. Kevin Harvick Incorporated later tweeted that the Harvicks were fine and suffered no major damage to their home. Kevin Harvick Incorporated tweeted on Wednesday, quote, "Last night, the local fire department was called to the Harvick's house where a fire started in the basement in the early morning hours. There was structural and smoke damage within the area. Kevin, Delane, and Keeling were not injured. Thank you all for the outpouring of concern." Next, Jeff Bodine is working on a new bobsled. Former NASCAR driver Jeff Bodine is spending more time these days at international bobsled courses than American oval tracks. Since 1992, the 18-time NASCAR Sprint Cup Series winner has helped transform the United States Olympic bobsled team from also rans into contenders with his Bowdoin sleds. The Chemung native's Bowdoin bobsled project has helped the U.S. earn 6 Olympic medals, 2 of them gold. The American team will try to defend its gold medal in 4-man competition during the 2013 Winter Olympic Games in Russia in February. Bodine was in Europe last week to oversee the development of his latest project, an affordable and low-maintenance, multi-use training bobsled that was tailored for use by Paralympians. Bodine, who built his first prototype Paralympic sled 7 years ago, said other manufacturers build sleds to hold one person, while his can accommodate 2. Also, big congratulations, Eric Almirola and his wife Janice on the birth of their daughter, Abby Lynn Almirola, who was born Thursday. Abby Joint's big brother Alex, mother and baby are doing well. In our last update, Tony Stewart is focusing on his recovery and returning to racing. There are nights when Tony Stewart swears the pain in his right leg feels as if someone is hammering in 100 carpenter nails. When this happens, sleeping isn't an option. Although doctors have assured him the sensation he's feeling are the nerves working overtime internally to heal the shattered leg. The tibia and fibula bones he cracked in a sprint car accident on August 5th in Iowa, which have required 3 surgeries since. It takes great effort for Stewart to simply get comfortable. The guy who tussled with Joey Logano on pit road earlier this March and heaved the helmet at Matt Kenseth's car last season struggled to just cautiously extend his leg forward. As far as Stewart's concerned, the best thing about Homestead being the last race is that he's planning to be driving his number 14 Bass Pro Shops Mobile 1 in the next race, the seasoning opening Daytona 500 on February 23rd. So that's great news for Stewart. And with that is all the news. And man, we took a couple of days off because of Thanksgiving, and wow, it was a 12-minute video. Hope it wasn't too long for you guys. That's NASCAR news for now, and we'll have more tomorrow. Thank you so much, and hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving, and check out that sponsor, www.simplyrugged.com.